All right. Can everyone hear me? Can everyone hear me? I want to make sure that we have this set up, ready to go. I am coming to you literally as this is breaking on Friday night. Can you guys see me? Are we here? All right. It looks like we're here. Looks like it's working. All right, ladies and gentlemen, American fighter jets have breached Venezuelan airspace. This is not a drill. This is not buzzing the coast. American fighter jets are now over Venezuelan airspace. They have gone into Venezuela. I'm going to let you guys continue to flood in here. This is, can you see me? Let me know in the chat. You're saying my sound's low? Can you all hear me? Can everyone hear me? All right. Looks like we got people coming in. All right. So, guys, I do not want to waste any time getting into this at all. It is obviously Friday night, December 12th. Didn't think I'd be hopping on here on a Friday night, but we have some major developing information, and that is American fighter jets, multiple fighter jets are over Venezuelan airspace. They have breached Venezuelan air defenses. I am trying to do this as the information comes in. I'm trying to get the flight radar updated to the best of my ability that I can. So all I ask is just stick with me here. This is breaking news. This is breaking news. We have jets in the air over Venezuela. Hold on. Stay with me here. We've got information coming in. Stay with me here. All right. I'm going to throw this on the screen. All right. So what you are looking at here, this is on the flight tracker. What you see on your screen here is an F-18 that is over the skies of Venezuela. It is not off the coast of Venezuela. It is not flying around Venezuela. It is hundreds of miles inside Venezuela. American fighter jets have penetrated deep into Venezuelan airspace. That is what you can see here on your screen. American jets are over the skies of Venezuela. We do not know the exact mission they are running or what they are doing, but what you see on your screen right here, American fighter jets, F-18s, and Growlers have breached Venezuelan airspace. Guys, get active in the comments. Please make sure to like the video, subscribe. You guys know the whole drill. For the first time ever since this has kicked off, American fighter jets are now over the Venezuelan territory, the regime of Nicolas Maduro. On top of that, I'm going to put this up on the screen. This is a Growler that flew right through Venezuelan airspace near Grand Rourke. So we have multiple fighter jets that have now entered Venezuelan airspace and are flying missions over Venezuela. Again, I'm bringing this to you live as it is happening. We have another look right here. So what you see on the screen here is the F-18, that top yellow dot over the land, flew into Venezuela, flew hundreds of miles into Venezuela, and has now disappeared from radar. Okay, I'm being told we have more planes in the air. Okay, we have more planes that are now showing up off the coast of Venezuela. We have an unknown number of planes over Venezuela at the moment. I'm going to take a picture of this and get it on the screen for you. We have two more what appear to be F-18s that have now appeared on radar. I'm going to get the picture up there for you. So we have multiple planes over Venezuela. We have two more planes that you can see right here that just appeared on radar off of Aruba as the other planes entered Venezuela. I'm watching the flight tracker as we we speak. We have 88,000 tracking one of them, 82,000 tracking the other. The planes that have entered Venezuela have turned their transponders off. I'm going to put this back on the screen for you real quick. This plane here has also gone dark. Grizzly 2, we do not know where that is. So Grizzly 2 passed through Grand Rourke, breached Venezuelan airspace, proceeded further south. And here is another look at Rhino 51 in F-18 that has made it into Venezuelan airspace. So, guys, I am bringing you this. I'm bringing you this literally as it is coming in. So the reports are we have multiple planes over Venezuela that are in Venezuelan airspace. Stick with me here. I'm trying to get this sorted best I can as the information comes in. So here's what we know. We know that F-18s off the coast of Venezuela, which you see here on your screen, turned and breached Venezuelan airspace and flew deep into Venezuela and then went dark. We also know that this fighter jet right here that flew through Venezuelan airspace on the islands, then hovered here and went dark. It hovered for what seemed to be about 2 minutes. We do not know where this plane is, what has come of this plane. I don't want to speculate if it turned its transponders off or what. I pray that it was not shot at or anything of that nature happened. Ladies and gentlemen, say a prayer for our boys in those planes right now that are over the skies of Venezuela. So I'm going to zoom out. I'm still watching Flight Tracker. It appears the skies of Venezuela have gone completely dark, minus what might be a government plane. So for those of you coming in right now, I'm going to put the video back up on the screen that shows them coming in. So what you see here is a live look that someone sent me, screen captured, of an F-18 roaring through the skies of Venezuela, deep into Venezuela. This information is coming in. Hold on, guys. We've got more information coming in. I want to make sure I'm getting you guys the information as it flows. We do not have reports at this time of Venezuelan fighter jets taking to the sky. We do not know if Venezuela has mobilized their military. We do not know, and I want to be clear, we do not know if missiles or air defense systems have been activated. We do know beyond a shadow of a doubt, multiple F-18s appear to have entered Venezuelan airspace. So, guys, get your chats in. I'm trying to get you the information. All right, there's a lot of conflicting information now. So, President Trump, I'm going to put this up on the screen for you, announced today that we would start hitting on land. I'm going to get this up for you guys so that you can see what he said. And this comes right after he made these comments. So let me pull it up. Give me a second here as we are having this roll in. So this was President Trump today on Friday announcing how we would start hitting the land. And then now we have F-18s that are over the skies of Venezuela.
I want to ask about another country that you're targeting, which of course is Venezuela. Do you intend on seizing more oil assets from Venezuela and other tankers?
I wouldn't tell you that. I mean, it wouldn't be very smart for me to tell you that. You know, we're supposed to be a little bit secretive. You're a very big time reporter, and I don't think I want to tell a big time reporter or a small time reporter that. But we are knocking out drugs at levels that nobody's ever seen before. We knocked out 96% of the drugs coming in by water. And nobody can figure out who the 4%. I wouldn't want to be the 4% either, but 96% of the drugs coming in by water. Every one of those boats you see get shot down. You just saved 25,000 American lives. But we knocked out 96% of the drugs coming in by water. And now we're starting by land. And by land is a lot easier. And that's going to start happening. And we're not going to have people destroying our youth, destroying our families. Thinking about youth, everybody.
So President Trump announcing on Friday that we were going to go in and hit them on land. And here we are hours later. And again, I'm going to show you the video. Let me get the video back on the screen for you. This is the footage of the F-18s entering Venezuelan airspace and roaring through the skies of Venezuela. So so it's zooming out so you can see it coming in. Again, we do not know where these planes are right now. We do not know what the mission is. We do not know if bombs have been dropped. I'm bringing you the information as it comes in. So that right there, as you can see on the screen, is the flight data of the F-18s. All right, so we have an F-18 that has now turned south. Rhino 1, after appearing to head north, has gone south again. I'm going to put this up on the screen. So this is one of the fighter jets that is popped up. This is not one of the fighter jets that, let me get it real quick. All right, so this is Rhino 6-1. This is another F-18 off the coast of Venezuela. This one did not enter Venezuelan airspace. Its transponder is on. It is broadcasting its location in the world as it flies racetrack routes. Rhino 6-2 appears to be heading north away from the situation. As we zoom out, we have one plane in the air from Venezuela taking off from what appears to be likely an unknown location. Yes, it took off from an unknown location. We do not know where it is going, and we do not know the location of the fighter jets that entered Venezuelan airspace. So let's see what else we got here. I'm going to zoom out here on the flight tracking data. As you can see, the Caribbean is very open in this pocket. That's interesting. So we have multiple jets that have now entered Venezuelan airspace, and we have multiple other jets specifically right here on Flight Tracker. We have two more right here. Is this the Growler or is this an F-18? So these are both of these two are F-18s. They do not appear to have entered Venezuelan airspace. The location of the planes over Venezuela is unknown at this time. I'm going to put this back on the screen for you all. This is a look of the first F-18 that entered Venezuela. I really don't even know. I mean, I'm bringing to you this as I'm getting it. All right, I'm getting more information. So we do not know. We do not know where these F-18s over Venezuela are. We do not know what they are targeting. We do not know if they are targeting anything at this point in time. All we know, and I will put the video back on the screen for you, is what you're seeing here for all the people who are coming in. What you're seeing here is the video flight tracker footage of the F-18s that breached Venezuelan airspace, headed south, and are now somewhere over Venezuela. And again, we do not know the exact location of where these planes are. So stick with me here. I'm going to keep bringing you the updates as we have them. Let me look at Flight Tracker again. So the Caribbean appears to have been cleared out. No planes are flying in a large chunk of the Caribbean. All right. I'm trying to get information as we get it in here. All right. I see we have some super chats. I'm going to get to them right now. $5. Thank you for the news alert. Keep up the great work. This is obvious to keep Russia and China out of South America, potentially Cuba as well. So we had Brian go first. Then we had this guy. We had Papa Penguin pontificates $10. Booming. Venezuela's like beating up a rude. Oh, I can't even say that on screen. Doesn't fix anything, and you just end up looking like more of an ass. Nothing about this op makes sense. I voted for no more stupid wars. Guys, I think we are going to have to stick to super chats tonight. This is an emergency stream. All right, so I am getting reports now that the fighter jets over Venezuela are completely dark, which makes sense. I am not seeing anything on my radar to suggest that they've popped back up. So we do not know where these planes are. It appeared that they were flying in the area of where Venezuela's air defenses are located. They could be mapping the air defenses. All right, Rhino 6-2 is northbound. Let me see if I can get this up on the screen for you. All right, so we have Rhino 6-2, one of the F-18s, is headed northbound right now. I'm going to put this on the screen for you. So this is Rhino 6-2, one of the F-18s, is northbound. We'll zoom in. And appears to be heading closer to Puerto Rico or the location of the Gerald R. Ford carrier group. We do not know where the other F-18s are. Someone is saying these are projected flight paths. No USA jets have gone into Venezuela on land by air. Trying to help you out. What are you stating is false? I don't think that's accurate. There's a lot of reports right now. Where is Rhino 51 then? Where is Rhino 51 if that is the case? And furthermore, I will put this back on the screen. This is Grizzly Y2 that flew clean through Venezuelan airspace. So this is wild, guys. This is absolutely insane. Again, I do not know for sure what is going on. If you guys have a theory, let me know. How many of you are all watching this? How many of you are all on the flight tracker watching this? All right, guys, let me check the latest updates. Again, I want to make clear this does not mean we are 100% for sure bombing Venezuela at the moment. All right, I'm looking. So they are saying, multiple reports are saying the jets did enter. I'm looking to see what we got here. So, guys, this is rapidly developing. Looks like we just have whatever happened to Rhino 51. It is not back on radar. It entered or appeared to enter Venezuelan airspace and completely disappeared. So that is where we are at as of December 12th. I'm looking at all your comments. Here we go. I'm reading it. Some people are speculating they're GPS spoofing. They want the Venezuelans to think they went in, but they did not. Here we go. We got a good comment right here. The Jets definitely went into Maduro's playground. What is happening is unknown, but it appears to be go time. I think that's a good way of summing it up. Again, guys, I do not know for sure what is going on. I do not know for sure where these Jets have gone or what the plan is. I'm not going to lie to you and say that I know for sure, because I absolutely do not, and none of us do. I apologize for not looking at the camera more. I'm trying to read the reports as they are coming in. So some people think maybe it's a decoy flight. Wait, are there, hold on, I got to be careful. Are there actually, we got a $1 super chat. Thank you very much. People are saying we have to assume combat operations might be underway. I don't know if combat operations are underway or not. I want to stick to what we know. Here is what we know. We know that at least 2 American fighter jets, likely more, entered Venezuelan airspace. Growler 51, which can no longer be seen on flight tracking data, turned south on the radar, entered Venezuela, appeared to travel about 100 miles south into Venezuela, and then disappeared from flight tracking radar. We know that. We also know we have multiple other F-18s off the coast. All right. Are there people? There's people saying that there something big might be going on. We do not know that at this time. We have no confirmation of what could be occurring. So keep that in mind. I'm bringing you the information as we have it. And again, I'm going to put this back on the screen. This is what was pulled from Flight Radar 24. This was the moment that Rhino 51 on radar entered Venezuelan airspace, racing through the sky at 27,000 feet, deep into Venezuelan territory, and then it disappeared from radar. Guys, let's get active in the comments. Obviously, please make sure to like the video as well. I'm looking at everything we got here. So we have people in the chat saying power is out. Another plane might have just fallen off radar. Stick with me here, folks. Yes, another F-18 is gone off of radar. I repeat, another F-18 is now no longer on radar. We only have one plane in the air on radar. Rhino 61 remains on radar. I will put that on the screen for you here. Give me a second. So this is the last plane that is on radar. All other F-18s, all Growlers have disappeared from radar. We do not know where they are. This is wild. I didn't think I'd be spending my Friday night like this. We have 5,500 concurrent viewers. I'll get to some more super chats. Light work going on. They can't stop it. And guys, I want to be clear here. We do not know. We have no proof and no confirmation at this time that bombs have been dropped. We do not know that. I'm not going to speculate that. I'm not going to say that. All we know is that on the radar, multiple U.S. fighter jets have breached Venezuelan airspace, and then they all went dark. That is what we know. So we're going to stick to what we know here. Are drones on the radar? Let me check. I don't see any drones on the radar. Let me look. It appears that all of the American aircraft in the Caribbean, except one F-18, now have their transponders off. They are dark. I repeat, they are dark. We got $1.99 from Bruce saying, let's go. All right, I'm looking at your comments as they're coming in. Make sure to hit the like button. Good thing you saw my message on X. Thanks for the update. Well, thanks for sending me the message. All right. All right. We're hanging tight here. I've got my eye on the Rhino 61 is still in a racetrack pattern. It is now the only American plane in the air. It is the only American plane with its transponder on. We got $20 from Brian Schneider. We don't know where they are. The funnier thing is Maduro doesn't either, and they're over his head. That is correct. This is absolutely insane, guys. Yeah, we don't know where they are. I'm trying to bring you guys the information as I have it, as it's coming in. I'm doing my best. I appreciate everyone who's here, but I'm watching. We are watching. For those of us who have just joined us, I will put it on the screen again. What you are looking at on your screen is American F-18s. Rhino 51 is the call sign that entered Venezuelan airspace not long ago and then disappeared from radar. So everyone who's just joining us now, American fighter jets have entered Venezuelan airspace on flight tracker data. So I'm getting my updates. Checking my updates as they come back. Stick with me here. All right, what do we got? What do we got in the comments? What? Hold on. I'm seeing some big news. I hope this is not true. I'm almost hesitant to even say it. Hold on one second. Trying to confirm this, see what we know about it. All right, guys, be careful spreading information online about what has happened to the planes over Venezuela. We do not know what the planes over Venezuela are doing. Let's not spread fake information. All right, I'm looking at the chat here. So send in your super chat, send in your questions. I'm continuing to monitor. We'll see how many planes we have in the air right now. All right, Rhino 61 is still in a racetrack pattern. I'll pull this off the screen. We'll get this up for you. Hold on one second. Let me make sure. I think we're lagging a little bit here. Hold on. I don't know if I'm able to put it up. We got $5 from Michael. Thank you very much. All right, I'm trying to see what we've got coming in here. Guys, I really don't. I'm learning this information as it is coming in. We had $10. Look at high altitude balloon hovering at about 55 to 65,000 feet. Its tag is H-ball 787. It's been hovering over Puerto Rico for about 3 weeks. Do we know anything about it? It's a spy balloon. That's all you need to know about it. That's all that needs to be said about it. It is a spy balloon, almost certainly. All right, I'm going to go back to the radar. Let's see what we've got on the latest radar update. Rhino 61 is still hot on the radar. Nobody else is. The American planes have gone completely dark. All of them have gone completely dark after entering Venezuelan airspace. Multiple United States aircraft have breached Venezuelan airspace. That is where we are at. For all of the people just joining us right now, I've played this video, but I'm going to play it again. What you are looking at on your screen here is the F-18s. At least Rhino 51 is the call sign, flying over Venezuela, taking control of Venezuelan airspace, taking control of the airspace from the Maduro regime. So that is what you are looking at. We will continue to play it. And again, guys, I want to make crystal clear. I do not know if bombs have been dropped. I do not know what is happening. All we have is the flight data information and what is out there publicly. And what we know from the public flight radar, not one, but multiple U.S. jets breached Venezuelan airspace, including this one, Grizzly LY-2, which is a Growler, which has the electronic warfare equipment on it. They entered Venezuelan airspace, and then they all disappeared from radar. So we are live tracking this. I told you guys I would go live. I told you I would go live. Give me 1 second. I'm bringing this to you all as it comes in. By the way, I just saw something pop up about Dan Crenshaw. Kind of funny. Please don't show the location of our jets on screen. Nothing good can come of broadcasting. Folks, the military has their location being shared on purpose. They want the Venezuelan dictatorship to know we've got jets swarming them. The reason they then go dark is that when it's time to go to work, then they don't want to be seen. They purposely broadcast their location to the world. This is not an accident. So we have yes, there is one F-18 still over Aruba. I'm going to take a picture of that for you all. Okay, hold on. Rhino 61 appears northbound. It is pulled out of its race track pattern and now appears, I'm going to take a picture of it for you, and now appears to be heading north towards Puerto Rico. Give me a second. All right, this is the latest with Rhino 61. That is just off the coast of Venezuela, north of Aruba. It is now north. It appears to have pulled out of its racetrack pattern. Yes, it is. Okay, we're gonna go live. We're gonna switch to the flight tracker. Hold on, we're gonna watch it. Is it making a run for it? Looks like Rhino 61. Hold on, I'm going to get it on the screen for you. All right. It appears Rhino 61 is now northbound. You can see it right here on your screen. We'll zoom out a little bit. This is the only American plane with its transponder on. It appears now headed for Puerto Rico. Let's see if we, okay, so there are a couple planes up over Venezuela. There's a plane also right next to the fighter jet. All right, Rhino 61 is northbound. It is turning. It appears to be bound for Puerto Rico. So some are saying that we're just spoofing the radar. Dude, anything is possible. But the flight radar shows multiple planes entering Venezuelan airspace. Hold on one second. More information is coming in. All right. Oh, it's turning. Hold on. All right. Rhino 61 is turned. Rhino, it is paused. Rhino 61 is paused on the screen. It's about to go dark, folks. Oh, we got a stupid ad. Another dumb ad. Guys, now it's turned again. What is going on? Now it's flying at an angle. We're all watching this in real time together. Rhino 61 turns south, now is headed northeast. This is an F-18. It is flying at 26,000 feet, tracking at 44 degrees. Look at this bizarre flight pattern. So it pops out here, then makes a sharp turn south, now headed northeast. Let's zoom out and see if we can get a projection. It appeared, no, it's turned around. Rhino 61 is now southbound, heading back towards its racetrack pattern. Roofer Terry says $20. They're trying to get the Venezuelans to fire upon them. If the Venezuelans do that, it'll be the last thing they ever do. All right, it is now heading south again. We're going to just make sure you can only see this one. It appears to be heading back into its racetrack loop. For those of you who are just joining us, radar shows multiple F-18s, multiple American fighter jets breaching Venezuelan airspace. All right, I'm going to go hop over, see what the updates are on X, if we have any. All right, I'm getting reports. Now it's headed. So we're going to pull this one off. Hold on. Hold on. I'm getting information here. The skies over Caracas are clear. We do not have any planes that have taken off from Caracas. Wonder why we have so many people following that plane. We've got 68,000. So Rhino 61 is back in its race. Dude, these ads have got to stop. Rhino 61 is back in its racetrack loop now. It appeared like it was leaving. Now it is back. All right, I'm going to pull this off the screen. Let's see what do you guys think? Let me know. Make sure to like the video. Please, please, please like the video. If you got a super chat in you, please let me know. The comments are popping right now. All right, so for those of you who are just joining us, I know I've showed this video multiple times now, but we've got new people coming in. What you are seeing on your screen right now is the American F-18s as they entered on radar into Venezuelan airspace. So I'm going to pause that right there. That is an American F-18 that on the radar breached Venezuelan airspace. We are continuing to track all planes in the region to figure out what is going on. Hold on, I'm continuing to look for updates as they come in. I appreciate you guys sticking with me. This is a very fluid and breaking news situation. All right, stick with me. So we do not have any reports as of me filming this that any bombs have been shot down, or sorry, that any bombs have been dropped. So we've got Nathan says, I think Rhino 6-1 is awaiting further orders and ensuring that radar and weapons are ready at a moment's notice. Probably a very, very, very safe bet. So I can report to you at this time, Rhino 6-1 is still in a holding pattern. Rhino 6-1 remains in a holding pattern. There's a lot of commercial airplanes in the sky. I would think that space would be shut down to commercial aviation, wouldn't it? It depends. It depends. That's not a necessity. And the airspace over Venezuela right now, I'm looking at it, is pretty much completely empty. It appears that there might be some government planes in the air. Guys, I appreciate you guys understanding that I'm trying to bring this to you literally as it is happening. I'm looking for any updates as they can come in. Hold on, I'm searching down the latest updates. So it appears that right now on the flight data, we are holding with Rhino 6-1 is in its racetrack pattern. It is continuing to fly in circles around. I'm going to put this on the screen for you. So you are looking at Rhino 6-1 continues to hold in a race track pattern. All right. Hit me with your theories. What do you guys think is going on? Let me know in the comments. All right. So someone says they think midnight is the go time. So they're saying news stations down there are talking about it in Spanish. All right, keep the comments coming. Brian says they might be refueling. So for those of you who are just joining us, what you see there on your screen, that is the only American plane that is in the sky right now at this moment with its transponder on. Also, guys, if you're watching, you can find me. Look at the bottom of the screen. Instagram, David_Hookstead, X, D Hookstead. That's where you can find me. So give me a follow there, please. All right. I've got a lot of information coming in as we do this. So again, just stay with me here. I'm trying to sort through this. All right. I'm looking into what I'm getting. Someone's saying, hold on. And again, guys, I want to make clear we do not have any proof at this time that any bombs have been dropped. So let's be clear about that. So they're saying, Nathan says that the aircraft carrier Gerald Ford is within 5 to 10 nautical miles from Rhino 6-1. Do we know that to be true? Do we know that to be true? Mike says, told you what's tonight. Let's go, baby. Well, again, guys, we do not know if any bombs have been dropped. We have no idea if any bombs have been dropped. We don't know what the operation is. Are they testing their air defenses? Are they seeing what they can do? We do not know what is going on. So I want to stress that with all of you. We are doing our best here as we try to figure out what the hell is going on right now. This is happening in real time. You guys are seeing it with me. We are reacting together to it as we do this. So, all right. Let me see what we got here. I'm continuing to check. All right. Hang with me. Hang with me. I'm going to do an update. Okay, we're going to check radar right now. All right. Okay, we've got an update with Rhino 6-1. We have an update with Rhino 6-1. I'm going to put it back on the screen for you. It appears that Rhino 6-1 might be leaving the area. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. All right. Rhino 6-1 is now northbound towards Puerto Rico, I believe. We'll zoom out. We'll look. It is likely heading to the aircraft carrier. Possibly heading to the aircraft carrier. We are watching this. Get your chats in. Please make sure to subscribe and like the video as well as we do this. It's a huge, huge, huge boost. All right, Rhino 6-1 is northbound. It is flying at 27,000 feet, tracking 15 degrees at 378 speed. So this is the last plane that is on radar. Someone said Conviasa flight 3736 departed from Caracas during your stream. Isn't there a no-fly zone? There is a, well, it's not being enforced by our fighter jets. We're not shooting planes down just yet. We are telling all commercial planes to avoid the area. All right, hold on. We got information. So Rhino 6-1 is now further northbound than it has been before. Yeah, told you Saturday, baby. Let's go USA, $4.99. Thank you very much. Again, guys, I have to stress this. We do not know if any bombs have been dropped. All we know is that Venezuela's airspace on the flight radar has been breached by multiple U.S. fighter jets. That is what we know for sure. All right. I saw Maduro streaking named going southbound. Is that saying his plane's making a run for it? During standard holding patterns, F-18s maintain proximity to ensure radar comm sequencing for landing. That's good information to know. Thank you very much. Hold on one second. More information's coming in. We have more information coming in. For those of you who are just joining us, what you see on your... Okay, Rhino 6-1 is turned. It is southbound fast and closing. It is now back into its holding pattern. So let's take a look at this. It just flew the furthest north it has flown and then immediately turned around and raced south back into its holding pattern. I truly do not know what the hell is going on, but I tell you what, I am going to bounce up for a second. I'm going to grab another beer. We're drinking Miller Lite right now. I had to grab a Miller Lite for the Venezuela Jets breaching. Give me 90 seconds. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to put this on the screen for you while I'm gone so you guys can see. That is the F-18 after on flight radar. It breached Venezuelan airspace. Give me a second, folks. I will be right back. Josh says, thanks for going live with this. Guys, I wouldn't rather be anywhere else right now for $5. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We got to empty the tank and grab a Miller Lite. We are following as American fighter jets on flight radar have breached Venezuelan airspace. We are following all the planes we can find. Stay with me. I will be right back. All right, I'm back. Hold on. All right, I'm back. Thank you very much. All right, let's check our latest updates. Thank you very much. I apologize. Okay, let's see what we have on the updates. We're looking to see what we have on the updates as the information comes in. I'm looking for what we have. Let's see what we got. All right, Rhino 61 is still in a holding pattern. I'm checking to see what we have here for the latest updates. Hold on. Thought you were a real American, but turns out European. I am a real American. I'm from America. We got $12 for more Miller Lite. Thank you very much. All right, guys, we're gonna throw to Rhino 1 on the screen here. Hold on. All right, so this is Rhino 61. It is now southbound. It is going south. Rhino 61 is going south. I'm going to zoom in on it as much as I can here. So it continues to go south. It is closing in on Venezuela. What you are looking at your screen here is an F-18. It is at 27,000 feet, tracking 190 degrees, speed of 260. Let's see where it goes. We are following it here. All right, it is going south. It is continuing to go south, closing in on Venezuela. Hold on, getting information in. It is continuing to head south. All right, is this it? Is this on? All right, let's see if it closes further south than any of these where it has gone before. We have another F-18 after multiple American planes appeared to enter Venezuelan airspace. All right, Rhino 61 continues to be southbound. Stay with me here, folks. We are watching this together. Let's zoom out. All right, here we go. Let's see if it goes further south than it has before. It looks like it is about to cross that threshold. All right, here we go. It's about, if it gets to where, I don't know if you can see my cursor on the screen. All right, Rhino 61 continues to be southbound. Someone says for $2, where's the beer and popcorn? Well, I've got a Miller Lite. Another $2. Austin Walker, legendary joke. All right, guys, here we go. Here we go. It is now further southbound. It is cleared further southbound than it has before. Rhino 61 is now the #1 tracked plane in the world as it continues south, closing in. Whoops. We're going to just show this plane. It says at 260 knots. It is continuing to move. It is closing in on Aruba, which is just north of Venezuela. All right, it's got to make a move here. What's it going to do? As you can see on the screen, it is what, about 40 kilometers away from Venezuela. For those of you who are just joining us, multiple American fighter jets on flight radar have entered Venezuelan airspace. We do not know what the planes are doing, if any bombs have been dropped or anything at this time. We do not know. All we know is flight tracking data shows multiple American fighter jets are breaching Venezuelan airspace. Hold on, I'm getting back here. Rhino 6-1 continuing southbound. Guys, please make sure to like the video, subscribe. This is a good point. $10. Do not trust 100% Flight Radar 24 when the track appears black. Maybe errors in transponder data or signals spoofed. In a real military operation, aircraft will not be visible on FR-24. That's a good point. No, that's a great point. We can only see what we can see. And the reality is we have the ability to spoof a lot of stuff. And we might be just trying to terrify the shit out of the Venezuelans right now. But what we can see is that Rhino 6-1 is now about to cross, according to this, and it's in black. So that was a great comment. This could be deception. But this is what you are looking at. All right. Trying to see what else we got here. I'm pulling up the latest updates as we have them. So Rhino 6-1 on the black streak. We have a lot of information coming in. I'm trying to make sure what I'm sharing here is as accurate as possible. I'm going to pull out of Rhino. Whoops. Let's get out of Rhino 6-1 and let's go check the skies of Venezuela. So it appears you have a couple small planes that could still be up in the air. And here's Rhino 6-1. Again, we cannot confirm exactly what is happening here. So Reform Steve says for $2, Intel cams on YouTube as Venezuela live cams. All right, let's see that. Let's see what we got. Do they have? Hang with me here, everyone. So there is nothing in Caracas, or is it pronounced Maracaibo? There's nothing to suggest explosions have hit either of those locations as I'm filming this. So again, we are doing our best here. Okay, hold on. Hold on, folks. Hold on. It is passing Aruba. It appears southbound. And again, this is just according to the flight tracking data. Maybe they're spoofing this. Maybe they don't want people to know. But real quick, For all of you who are just joining us, I'm going to put this on the screen. This is a video of an F-18 that was on flight radar crossing into Venezuelan airspace. All right, stay with me here. We've got more updates coming in. We've got more updates coming in. I'm tracking Rhino 6-1. All right, stay with us here. Stay with us. I'm trying to make sure the information we have is as accurate as possible. Give me a second. Give me a second. I can see you guys. Get active in the chats. Make sure to like the video. All right, we're going to pull this down. We're going to share the screen. We're going to go back to Rhino 6-1. It appears Rhino 6-1 could be bound for the Gulf of Venezuela. So this is the entrance to the Gulf at the bottom of the screen. Rhino 6-1 is right there coming in. Coming in. We are watching it. It is now coming up to the coast of Venezuela. Ladies and gentlemen, after multiple U.S. military jets entered Venezuelan airspace on flight radar, it appears we have another plane, Rhino 6-1, that could be southbound, headed for the Gulf of Venezuela. It is coming in. Let's see if it enters. Guys, I also appreciate all the super chats. I really do. So thank you to everyone who has sent me a super chat. If you enjoy this content, if you enjoy the updates I bring you guys, please, I appreciate the super chats. So thank you very much. I'm spending my Friday night with you guys, right? $2. How about the Gulf of America? Yeah, how about that? All right. Rhino 6-1. Rhino 6-1 appears to be entering the Gulf of Venezuela. Okay, here we go, folks. Here we go, folks. Stay with me. Everyone hang tight. It appears Rhino 6-1 is going to enter the Gulf of Venezuela. We are watching it live on the tracker. Hang tight. Stay with me. All right. Rhino 6-1. Is it paused? Rhino 6-1 is no longer moving on the screen. I repeat, Rhino 6-1 is no longer moving on the screen. We have no movement. We have no movement from Rhino 6-1 at all. Rhino 6-1 is frozen. We have no movement. Hold on, guys. We have no movement from Rhino 6-1. The plane is no longer up and moving. Hang tight, guys. Rhino 6-1 is not moving. I repeat, Rhino 6-1 is not moving. I don't know even how to read this. Rhino 6-1 is now frozen in place. It has not moved. This is not normal. It got about 20 kilometers 25 kilometers off the coast of Venezuela, and it is now frozen. We have no movement from Rhino 6-1. Let's pray like hell that is not a sign of something bad happening. Rhino 6-1 remains frozen in place. Right off the coast of Venezuela, something has happened. Rhino 6-1 is no longer, Rhino 6-1 is a F-18 that went southbound for Venezuela to enter the Gulf of Venezuela and is now no longer moving. We do not know what has happened. There's been no movement from Rhino 6-1 for about a minute now. Uh-oh. I'm going to see if I... Nope. Refreshing the page didn't do anything. The last location is what you are looking at. Oh boy. Guys, I don't know what this means. I don't know what this means, but Rhino 6-1, the F-18, that on flight tracking data was southbound for the Gulf of Venezuela, is no longer moving. We have nothing on it. It's possible his transponder has gone off. It says Starmer told the public today to be ready and to expect major losses and to expect to lose your children. It will be so bad. I didn't see that. I'd be shocked if he did say that, but take your word for it. Check 3D viewer. On my end, it's moving super slow. Looks like I don't have the ability to do 3D viewer, but even if I zoom in, we've got no movement on it. I do not know what has happened to Rhino 6-1. We have 100,000 people tracking the plane. Guys, I'm at a loss for words. I do not. The elevation has it at, someone just said, for $2. What does elevation say? It has it at 27,000 feet, but that's what it's been at this whole time. I don't know what's going on. Hold on. Well, yes, it says look at altitude and speed, but it's saying the speed is saying it is moving. And it's clearly not moving on the radar. So we are watching what we have here. All right, guys, it's gone dark. It's gone dark. Rhino 6-1 has gone dark. I repeat, Rhino 6-1 has gone dark. The plane is no longer on radar. It has fallen off radar. As you can see, it cannot be found. We do not know where Rhino 6-1 went. Radar is transponders off. Hopefully that's the case. But we do not know where Rhino 6-1 went. So, folks, we now on radar have no more American aircraft, military aircraft that can be tracked. I don't know what to say. I do not know what to say. We've been following the flight radar. We've been following the tracking data. I will put this back on the screen. This is the original one that showed it going in. Showed the F-18s. Where's the other one? This is another one that showed them going over Venezuelan airspace. And now Rhino 6-1 has gone dark. So that is where we are at. We shall see what happens. If you guys got any quick questions or anything, let me know. We got confirmed Rhino 6-1 is dark. Yes, Rhino 6-1 is off of tracking data. Says it may have turned its transponder off. I've had a pair of F-22s fly over me and they weren't showing up on Flight Radar 24, Sean, the producer. Yes, well, that's the best case scenario. That's what we're all hoping for, that it flipped its transponder off. But flight tracking data shows multiple American fighter jets breached Venezuelan airspace. We do not have further details. We do not know what has happened. We do not know if this is a tactic to scare Maduro. We have no clue what is going on at the moment. But what we know is something major appears to be underway. So I thank you all for joining me. With no more planes on the radar, there's not much we can do right now. Now we're in a sit and wait, and we wait to see what has been going on. We wait to see. So Midgard 458, get your last chance for super chats. Fire away. We got 8,000 people watching this, which is awesome. Says this appears to be a major psyop trying to draw out Venezuelan anti-aircraft fire. Very possible that's what it is. Very possible that's what it is. So guys, get your last chats in here and hit me with your theories. We have no American planes on radar at all. So I didn't really think I'd be doing this on a Friday night. I was going to watch a movie and just have a good time. But here we are. Here we are. All right, last chance, guys. Then I'm going to jump. Hold on. We got information coming in. Do we have information coming in? Hold on. I'm reading the chats. I'm reading the chats. What are we saying? So now there's nope, we still do not know where Rhino is on the flight radar. So I will continue to bring you guys the updates as I have them. I appreciate you all joining me. I appreciate you all being here. We got one saying, I can't even imagine how Maduro must be feeling. Yeah, probably terrified. Those planes, we got a theory they're providing cover for special operations. Maduro has to go. People are saying they're showing jets on the local news in Venezuela. All right, you guys have been amazing tonight. Thank you very much for joining me. I really appreciate it. This has been awesome. You guys are the best people on all of YouTube. I appreciate everyone who watched. Like the video, subscribe, hit me with your super chats. You guys, and become a member. The link to be a member is in the video description and will soon be in the pinned comment. Thank you very much to everyone. I will continue to follow the updates as we have them based off the information we have, what we know, what we see, what we can prove. We're not going to speculate, and then we're going to get into it as we continue this. So thank you very much. You guys are all amazing. I appreciate this. Appreciate you spending your night with me. I'll see you all next time. That's what we have of the flight tracking data. Y'all have a great night, and please keep watching.